So, are you interested in building a business around your hobby of creating some yummy treats at home? If yes, then watch this video till the end because I'm going to be giving you the complete step by step procedure that you need to follow to build your own home baked business. I'm Shreya Sharan Pawar and I'm the founder of the Womenpreneur Academy. I help women entrepreneurs build their brand and their online business using social media marketing strategies and money manifestation techniques. And today in this video, I'm going to be taking you through how do you create a business plan, how do you build your influence on social media, how do you build a brand, what are the various other steps that you need to keep in mind when you are getting started. So take a notepad and a pen and be ready to take a lot of notes because this is going to be the most detailed video on this that you can use to get started. First thing that you need to look at is the mindset. And the reason I'm bringing this up as the first point, even before I jump into the actual strategies, is because the mindset that you require for a hobby is very different from the mindset that you require as a business owner. And what do I mean by this? Let me just quickly clarify that. See, when you have a hobby, you can work whenever it is that you want to. Whereas when you have a business, you need to work in spite of all of your commitments. Because in a business, you will have recurring outflows, there will be a lot of expenses that are coming in. So you need to ensure that you are able to work on your business irrespective of all of that. Also, the approach that you use to reach out to customers, when you have a hobby is also different from how you do it in a business. Hobby mein kya hota hai? Order aaya to aaya, no problem. But in a business, you have to be very, very aggressive in reaching out to customers, following up with leads, in being active on Instagram or any social media platform which you prefer, so that you are constantly getting more and more inquiries which you are able to convert into actual sales. Okay. Second mindset thing is coming across as being super professional in your business. If you don't come across as being a professional in your work, and if you think yaar kuch bhi chalega, wo attitude nahi chalta hai, because you know how competitive this industry is. There are hundreds and thousands of home bakers in India offering various different types of cakes, cookies, and the entire mix. So when I say professional, you need, your customer service has to be top notch. Your designs, the taste of your product, the packaging of the product, your photography of the product, everything has to be extremely top notch if you want to really cut through the competition. Next, are you really committed to the business? I'm asking you this because the moment you convert your hobby into a business, you will need to be prepared to put in really long hours of work. You will need to be prepared to do late nights. You also will need to prepare yourself to work in spite of all of your commitments at home. And this is especially in the beginning, especially when you're starting off. There is a huge myth that just because you have a home business, you are your own boss, you can do everything on your own terms, on your own time. Well, yes, you can, but that is only once your business stabilizes over time. So especially if you are just getting started, you have to mentally prepare yourself. The other aspect of the mindset that I want you to cover is, what are your subconscious beliefs about success? What are your limiting beliefs about success? Do you believe that money is difficult to make? Do you believe that, you are really meant to be successful? These are things that you need to clear and constantly work on your inner growth so that you are able to really create the best products, create the best content out there, and to really live up to the potential that you were meant to. Okay, with that out of the way, now let's get into the strategy of how you are going to go ahead and do it. Now, the first thing that you need to do is create a business plan. A business plan kya hota hai? It is simply a document where you record for yourself exactly, आपको अपने business में करना क्या है. So few components of a business plan, let me just explain that to you. First, you need to decide what should be your product mix. Product mix मतलब आप किस type के products offer करोगे. Okay, will you have only cakes? Will you have a mix of desserts, cakes, cookies, a whole lot of things that you have in baking. So first decide your product mix. Second, you need to decide, are you only looking at local customers or are you looking at shipping your products pan-India or internationally? Now, why is this important? Because of the nature of your products. If you are planning to ship products, throughout India, then the recipes of your products might be a little different from if you're just planning to cater to a local audience, right? I'm sure you understand this because these are food items and they all have a definitive shelf life, right? Now, the second thing you need to consider is shipping of your products. How are you going to ship them? Because especially if you're doing, say, some delicate items like cakes and all, you have to be very, very careful in shipping. So you may need to find like a local delivery person who can do these deliveries for you, right? Or if you are planning to ship your products all over India, then you can go in for any sort of a logistics partner like Shiprocket or Delivery Couriers or FedEx, or create an account with them so that they can give you really good negotiated rates so that you are shipping your products at a very minimal cost. Next, you need to decide is what will be the price points that you want to sell at. Now, it is totally your decision whether you want to have a low range products, you want to have medium range products, or you want your products to be at a higher price point. Now, in my experience of working with women entrepreneurs, I have seen that the higher the price point, so you have more better profitability in the business. So please don't be in the mindset that you need to price your products in the lowest segment. You can increase the prices of your products if you build the right kind of brand. The more professional you are, when you have all of this in place, you can charge a premium for your products. And let me give you an example of this. See, even Taj Hotel offers chocolate cakes, right? And even like your local bakery will offer chocolate cakes. But look at the price difference between the two, right? So you also need to decide where do you want to price yourself, where do you want to place yourself, in the upper end or in the lower end. Next, and this is the most important, do your financial projections. When I mean financial projections is you need to anticipate what will be your expenses, your raw material expenses, your shipping expenses, any rent, any staff that you might hire later on. You may not hire them right now, even say later on once your business starts scaling up and you need help in the shipping, in all the small things. So what are the anticipated expenses that you will need for your business? Make a note of those and create like a financial statement ki itna mera kharcha ho sakta hai. And also work on forecasting your sales, in which what I mean is plan this out, that this month this should be your target, month number 2 this should be your target, month number 3 this should be your target. Because if you don't work with a target in mind, if you don't work with a goal in mind, then you're just going aimlessly. Okay, so do this kind of financial work, and this is something that most people don't do, but I don't want you to be like most people. So go ahead and do this as soon as you can. And next, whatever your promotional strategy, we'll talk about the promotional strategy a little later in this video. Okay, the next thing that you need to do is research your industry. So look for competitors in your city, all over India. Do some Google research on what are the top home bakers in India, what are the top bakeries in India, and then go study what kind of social media content are they creating, what kind of products are they creating, are they shipping locally or are they shipping all over India, how are they photographing their products, how are they writing their about us section, how are they writing their product descriptions. All of this you need to study, because only when you start doing this will you see how can you improve upon what is already there. And when you study your competition, you will also understand something very, very important, that are there any types of products which you have in mind which nobody else is creating. So, when you come across this realization, that is called finding a gap in the market. And when you find this gap in the market, this will help you create your product line in a way which is really lucrative. Because if it is something really unique, very, very new, then that people would be more open to experimenting with it, right? अगर same type के products, आपको बाकी लोग जैसे products बना रहे हैं, आपको भी उसी type के products बनाने हैं, then honestly speaking, the competition will get much, much more tougher. Okay. The second thing that you need to study is who is going to be your target audience. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't understand. What is the target audience? People feel that my products, I have bakery products, everybody can eat my products, right? Everybody can enjoy chocolate cake, everybody can enjoy my cookies. But think about it. Really? Can everybody? No, right? There are some people who are not chocolate lovers. There are some people who are diabetic. They can't eat chocolate cakes. There are some people who are, who have intolerance towards gluten. They can't eat like regular chocolate cake, right? So it is very important for you to define who it is that you want to target. To define your target audience, this is going to help you create the right product mix for your business. It is going to help you create the right promotional strategy, the right type of social media content. Because if you are somebody who's struggling कि यार मैं social media पे क्या डालूं, that is probably because you haven't even done a analysis of your target audience. वो क्या जानना चाहते हैं, क्या उनको क्या चीजें पसंद है, वो किस टाइप के पोस्ट सोशल मीडिया पे enjoy करते हैं. You don't have knowledge about this, and that is why you are not able to really create that right kind of resonance with them on social media. Okay, so please do not ignore this exercise. Okay, the next thing that you need to focus on is building your brand. Now your question would be, अरे मैंने अपना logo decide तो कर लिया है और I have chosen a name for myself, but let me caution you there. A brand is not just a logo or the name of your business, okay? The brand is the overall personality of your business. So when somebody interacts with your business, how will it feel? If your business was a person, what kind of a person would it be? Okay. Now, branding is one of the key elements of being successful online. And you can see any big bakery brand in the market, you will see that they have a unique brand for themselves. Okay. So take a look at anybody who started as a small baker. You take a look at Theobroma, see what kind of a brand that they have, right? And you need to understand this, that especially because the competition in this industry is so strong, you have to focus on building that brand so that you come across as being professional. Now, when you choose a unique brand name for yourself, you need to do a trademark search. Now, a public trademark search is something which a trademark attorney can do for you, a trademark lawyer can do for you, or you can use an online source like say Vakil Search or something. They will do it for you. This trademark search will help you know whether the brand name that you are choosing for your business, if that is available or not. Now, I've interacted with so many women starting a business, and this is one big mistake that they make, that they launch their business, they choose a brand name, सब social media पे create कर लेते हैं. But later on, when they do the trademark search, they realize that the name that they've chosen is already being trademarked by somebody else. If you use a name which is already trademarked by somebody else, you stand a very high risk of getting a legal lawsuit against you. Okay. Also, if you don't trademark your own brand name, then anybody else can use that brand name later on. And I'm sure you don't want that happening to your business, right? So this is one thing that I wanted to tell you. Please get this done right at the beginning before you start printing out your cards and start printing out your packaging material with the brand name. Okay. So another thing in your branding is, please define what is going to be your brand values. So what are the things that you want to stand for in your business? So list up to 3 values that you would want to promote as a business. Okay. The next thing is, you need to understand what are the compliances. Now, get your business registrations done. If you are the single owner of the business, you can do a sole proprietorship registration or a Udyam registration. If you are working in partnership with somebody, get a LLP, a limited liability partnership registration done. You can reach out to any CA who can help you out with this. Now, since you are into food businesses, edibles, you will also need an additional license called the FSSAI license, okay, which is very simple to get. Also, the CA will help you out with it. So it's really not very difficult, but do not do your business without these licenses. In addition to this, you should be opening a current account in the name of your business. You should also be getting GST registrations, especially if you're doing interstate shipping of your products, okay? Now, all of these things that I'm mentioning, business registrations, trademark search, GST registrations, all of this, the right person to guide you will be your CA, because he will understand your business model, exactly what it is, what is your turnover, and guide you accordingly on what stage in business do you need to go in for it. I am already giving you this information in advance so that you know that somewhere down the line you will also need to do this. Now, let's talk about building your systems. Building your systems means what assets are you going to be building online which are going to help you in your sales. So the first thing that you need to have is a website. Have a simple basic website. You can use any platform like Wix, you can use Shopify, you can use Instamojo, you can use Dukaan. There are so many platforms available right now, which can help you build a basic website for yourself. If you're interested in learning how to build an Instamojo website, I have a detailed training available on that. Go ahead, take a look at that. Okay, I'm going to put the link here. You can go check that out. Now, why am I insisting that you build a website? Remember earlier when I mentioned that you need to come across as being professional? So website helps you do that. Okay, a website is where you can list all of your products. It holds your product values. You can talk about yourself. You can talk about, the entire order processing system gets much more streamlined. Your invoicing system gets much more streamlined when you have a website. And I'm going to be very honest with you, businesses which don't have a website, they come across as being extremely unprofessional, and that is a huge turn off for a lot of customers, because उनके दिमाग में पता है क्या चलता है? उनके दिमाग में चलता है कि यार, if this person hasn't even bothered to invest in their own business by creating a website, I really don't know how committed they are to their business. Okay, truth. I'm telling you how customer psychology works, and you don't want to be judged in this negative light. So the cost of a website is very, very negligible. There is no reason that you shouldn't have it. Okay, the second thing that you need to definitely leverage is email, bulk email marketing. Now, emails is our most ignored. लोगों को लगता है कि सिर्फ Instagram is enough to get business, but trust me, emails, the moment you include emails in your business, where you start sending out email updates to your followers about whatever you've launched, your personal updates as a business owner, what is happening, any educational content that you want to share through these emails, that is really going to help you build that deeper connection with them. Okay, so even for me right now, like, my email list is double the amount of my Instagram followers. So one thing I want to caution you is that just because your followers are large on social media, it does not mean that you'll get a lot of orders. However, the money that you make in your business is directly proportional to your email list. Okay, this is tried and tested. So from day one, your aim should be to build your email list from scratch. Get more and more people to subscribe to your email list, share their phone number, share their email ID, so that you can reach out to them later on. So if you've enjoyed this video till now, I have multiple courses which can help you on all of these things. I have an entire course on website design. I have an entire course on how do you build a business from scratch called the Abundance Business Model. I'm going to put the links of these courses in the description below this video. You can go take a look at these courses, and these are really, really powerful courses. We have more than 400 plus women who are going through these courses and applying the strategies that I'm teaching in these courses to their business. Now, let's take a look at the final piece of the puzzle, which is building your influence. Your influence will determine how your customers find you. The wider your influence, the larger your influence, the more people will get to know about your brand. So for your online business, the way to build your influence is, first and foremost, please set up all of your social media profiles on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. All of these social media profiles, block your username on those. Second, create a content plan for each of these profiles. Okay, so if you decide that you are going to be on Instagram, start creating educational content, start creating content which can teach your followers various aspects about your industry. You can start creating empowering content, you can start creating educational content. These are the three types of content that you can create on social media. So let me give you an example of this. Say, for example, you decide that you want to get into healthy baking. Okay, so you need to start creating content which creates awareness about side effects of sugar, the side effects of using food colors. Start creating content around that, because you'll need to teach people why are you in this healthy baking niche. Why are you not creating other types of food items which everybody else is creating? Okay, so it is your responsibility to educate them about the pros and cons of your raw material, of your process baking, and doing all of that. The other things that you need to do is ensure that you create a Google My Business profile, because you'll see that a lot of people find businesses by searching home bakers near me, or searching for terms like, buy gluten-free cookies in Bangalore. So these are search terms that people use. Now for this, make sure that you create a Google My Business profile, and when you are creating your website, include these search terms in your website so that there is a higher probability that you get discovered when people are searching these in their Google browser. Okay. Next, start being active in Facebook groups to promote yourself. Now, I don't mean that in these Facebook groups you need to start promoting your products all the time, but the educational content, the empowering content that you are creating for other social media platforms, you should start sharing these in the groups as well, with a small call to action that, if you would like to know more about our products, you can reach out to us on our WhatsApp message. Okay. So my major advice to you would be that use your social media profiles to build educational content instead of just creating content which is promoting your products. The next way that you can build your influence is by using collaborations. Especially if you are a small business owner, you've just got started, you don't get a lot of eyeballs on your profiles, right? And that is why you need to start collaborating with other people. Say you can do live sessions together, you can do interviews together. Okay, you start inviting people onto your platform to interview them. You approach other people so that they can interview on their platform. This way, both you and the other person, they benefit from each other's audience. And that is why, to do this, I really encourage you to be a part of communities, close-knit communities, where you find people that you can do these kind of collaborations with. And that's one thing that I really encourage even inside the Womenpreneur Academy, which is my community, that find people in the community, do live sessions with them, do collaborations with them, do giveaways together with them, so that together you can grow. The next thing that you can do is reach out to influencers and other thought leaders to review your products. This is extremely important, especially in the starting phase, because only then will other people get to know about your brand. And this kind of reviews really add to your social proof. So find these influencers, approach them, send them some samples that they can review on their social media profiles, on their blog, and they are driving traffic to your profile. In addition to this, try to get as much visibility as you can, even offline. So set up small stalls, kiosks in your society, at various events. Look for flea markets and exhibitions which are happening in your city. Go set up stalls out there. See, you have to get out there, be aggressive in being out there, being visible. You can't just keep sitting at home and expect that people will find you. That does not happen. You have to go find your customers, especially in the beginning. And as things start growing, it is just going to keep, snowballing, and it's going to create a massive effect later on. So initially, खूब hard work करना पड़ता है to find your customers. But, as things start growing, through word of mouth, through your online presence, through the content that you are creating, people will discover you yourself. So if you found this useful, please join my free 90-minute training that I do on how do you build a business. What are, the 3 secrets to grow your business online. I will put the link of that training in the chat, and let me help you. I have a lot of home bakers in my community who are using the abundance business model and money manifestation techniques to grow their business. So I hope you found this useful. Please subscribe to this channel. I create a lot of content which can help you scale your business, a lot of content related to Instagram and building your online presence. And I look forward to serving you. I will see you again in the next video. Bye.